Simone Biles, the unparalleled force in gymnastics whose aerial artistry has redefined human possibility, experienced an emotional vault unlike any other on her first date with now-husband Jonathan Owens. A visceral, indefinable intuition that whispered of forever before the evening's embers had even cooled. At 28, the athlete with 7 Olympic golds and an indelible legacy of resilience sat down to unpack that serendipitous spark from March 2020, a moment that bridged her world of precision flips and unyielding discipline with Owens' gridiron grit. It wasn't the fluttery euphoria of rom-com cliches or the calculated certainty of a perfectly executed routine. It was something rawer, more elusive, a random weird feeling that Biles, ever the analyst of her own athletic psyche, struggled to articulate. Gosh, it wouldn't even be giddy. What is the right term? I could not stand when a girl says, "Oh my God, I knew he was the one," because, what is that feeling like? What does that even mean? She pondered aloud, her laughter a mix of exasperation and delight, as if chasing the ghost of that instant epiphany. This wasn't mere infatuation. It was an instinctive knowing, a somatic signal from a body attuned to excellence, declaring that in the 30-year-old Chicago Bears safety, she'd encountered her match. The genesis of their connection traces back to a chance convergence in January 2019, a fleeting brushstroke in the grand canvas of their lives. Biles, then riding the wave of her Rio triumphs, had been invited to galvanize the Houston Texans as they emerged from the tunnel for a high-stakes game. Clad in her element, she led the charge with infectious energy, her presence a beacon amid the roaring stadium. Unbeknownst to her, Owens, a then-rookie undrafted free agent from a Division II school, scrapping for every yard on the field, lurked in the periphery of her event photos, a background figure in the frame of destiny. It was an innocuous overlap, 2 stars orbiting in parallel universes. Hers a realm of leotards and landing mats, his of cleats and end zones. Fate, however, has a penchant for rewrites, and it wasn't until over a year later, in the digital serendipity of the Raya dating app, that their trajectories collided with intent. Biles, spotting Owens' profile amid the swipe-right deluge, felt that initial tug of curiosity. "He would say I slid into his DMs," she recounted with a wry grin, owning the bold move that flipped traditional scripts. "I saw him and I was like, oh, he's pretty cute, so I said hi, and then I saw that he was in the Houston area so we started chatting a little bit and then we went to hang out a week or two later." That first exchange, casual yet charged, set the stage for a meeting that would upend her romantic history, her sole prior relationship paling in comparison to the depth unfolding before her. As Biles burst through her front door post-date, her friends, mid-glam session for the very outing, were met with her breathless proclamation, a declaration born from that inexplicable gut pull. "I came back and I was like, oh, I think I'm going to marry him," she shared, the memory evoking a cascade of self-doubt laced with hindsight's clarity. "Why did I say that? I don't know. I don't know why I said that. It was just a random weird feeling that I've never felt before and then it just happened." Peeling back the layers, Biles attributes it to Owens' effortless authenticity. "So I just think he was so kind and sweet he made me laugh." In a life regimented by splits and somersaults, where every movement is measured and every breath calibrated, this unscripted ease was revolutionary. Owens, with his easy smile and grounded demeanor, pierced the armor of her high achiever's world, offering levity amid the pressure. Their evening, though details remain a private reverie, unfolded with the unhurried rhythm of 2 souls syncing, perhaps over shared plates at a low-key Houston spot, conversations meandering from career conquest to childhood dreams, laughter punctuating the spaces between. For Biles, whose days blurred into training marathons and medal chases, this felt like permission to exhale, to inhabit a version of herself unbound by scores or spotlights. Their romance, once ignited, burned steadily through the isolation of 2020's early months, evolving from tentative hangs to a partnership that defied the odds. By August, Instagram became their public canvas, flooded with snapshots of intertwined hands at sun-drenched beaches, courtside cheers during Owens' games, and tender PDAs that humanized their athletic auras. Biles, often captured in post-flip exhilaration, now shared frames of quiet domesticity, cuddles on couches, goofy filters amplifying their joy. Owens reciprocated with equal fervor, his posts a gallery of admiration for the woman who vaulted into his life. This digital breadcrumb trail masked deeper foundations, late-night strategy sessions where Biles dissected routines and Owens broke down plays, their disciplines mirroring in mutual respect. Obviously a lot of different things went into it, Biles mused, acknowledging the alchemy of compatibility, shared values of perseverance, the thrill of supporting ambitions that demand absence. Owens' journey from overlooked prospect to bare stalwart resonated with Biles' own underdog ethos. Both had clawed from obscurity, turning doubters into devotees. Their bond, tested by quarantined closeness and the mental health reckonings that followed Biles' Tokyo withdrawal, emerged unbreakable, a testament to vulnerability as strength. The progression to permanence felt as inevitable as a flawless dismount. In February 2022, under a canopy of Texas stars, Owens proposed, an intimate affair that captured their essence. No grand gestures, just heartfelt words exchanged in a setting as vast and open as their futures. Biles, radiant in acceptance, sealed their commitment in April 2023 with a courthouse ceremony in Texas, a no-frills vow exchange that prioritized essence over extravagance. Mere weeks later, in May, they jetted to Mexico for a destination wedding that blossomed into a week-long celebration. White sands as altars, lace gowns swirling in ocean breezes, vows renewed amid loved ones' toasts. The festivities, infused with cultural nods to their heritages, were a joyful coda to their courtship, blending Biles' precision with Owens' spontaneity. Photos from the event, later shared sparingly, evoke unbridled bliss. Biles beaming in embroidered elegance, Owens gaze a silent vow of partnership. Today, as Biles savors a well-earned break from the gym post her history-making 2024 Paris Olympics, where she reclaimed golds and redefined comebacks, she revels in the novelty of WAG life, a role that inverts her usual narrative. It's such a fun time because I've actually missed so many of his games throughout his career because I've been doing my own thing, she confided, the admission laced with playful regret. Stadium atmospheres, once peripheral, now envelop her. The thunderous applause, the painted faces in team colors, the electric anticipation of kickoffs, all a thrilling counterpoint to arena silences broken only by mat thuds. Attending in person,